So, your professor gives you an assignment to design a house. You're full of ideas and ready to create. Oops, you're stuck and don't know where to begin? This video is here to help guide your ideas toward the best possible result. Are you ready? Then let's dive right into it. The most important part of the design process is knowing where you're headed. Especially when you have so many ideas that you don't even know which one to start with. Should it be amazing by form? It's color? Or just focus on the function? Often, when you begin, you're overwhelmed by choices and end up stuck, unable to commit to one. In the end, you might be left with nothing at all. As Tony Robbins once said, setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. This means that by defining what we want to achieve, we begin turning abstract thoughts into concrete results. Whether your goal is to minimize environmental impact or achieve a specific visual aesthetic, make it clear, and stick to it. Once your goal is defined, you can break down the design process into manageable steps. This makes the entire journey faster, clearer, and much less stressful. Site conditions. As Jean Nouvel said, the site is the beginning of all architecture. So before any design begins, we must carefully analyze the site's conditions. It could be physical, environmental, contextual, or even legal and regulatory conditions. We are responsible for what we build, and therefore every aspect of this is important. You're going to be looking at all the existing conditions, the neighborhood character, the climate, user demographics. You also want to take into consideration the future possible development of the building, and the maximum buildable area or setbacks. It all can help you in your construction design journey. Ask yourself, how will the building interact with its surroundings? It's your job to decide either you want to play along with it or play with the contrasts. Take a look at this examples. If you want to play along with it, you could take the materials from this region or rediscover the architectural forms from the moodboard buildings, integrate those in your facade. In the first case, we see how the construction harmonizes with the cave it's located in. Here was shown the play with lighting, forms, and emphasized the roughness of the cliffs. It's exquisite work not to disturb its environment. In another example, we see how the location had an impact on the building. But to grab the viewer's attention, architects often use radical contrasts. These may include inclined supports, sloping walls, unusual roof shapes, or bold cutouts. Some projects use traditionally heavy materials like stone in unexpected ways. These techniques, typical for deconstructivism, create a striking visual tension with their surroundings. At this point, before sketching anything, take time to truly understand your site. It might just shape the entire concept. Concept development. Now it's time to collect references, test ideas, and play. What does the user need? What feeling should the space evoke? Moodboards, case studies, and typological analysis are your tools here. This is the creative phase where you explore freely, but with your goal and site context always in mind. It's the most fun part if you need to start your project from scratch. Make a bunch of sketches of the building and take everything in consideration. Describe your ideas, make a small description of each of the idea, pro and cons. In this way you will be prepared for the questions from others and from yourself. It's a massive plus when you know what and why you build. It's create a sense of control and thoughtfulness. Everybody likes this. So, let's recap. Great architecture doesn't start with a perfect sketch, it starts with a clear goal, a deep understanding of the site, and a structured process. It grows through research, experimentation, and iteration. And step by step, your invisible idea becomes something real. Thanks for watching.